Hi guys, today we're going to be working on scrunchies. These are absolutely the easiest things to make. I'm going to be working in velvet because I find that for my hair, velvet is the way to go. Here are two examples that I've made. One is a little bit more ruffly than the other. That's just a preference on how you prefer to make it. I prefer to do them with the bigger ones. These smaller ones are okay, but I can barely twist this around my hair twice as it is. They're okay, but if you have a lot of hair like I do, these are not going to be what you want to use for this project. I do 2 knots and just tie them on, regular old knots, and then I start working from there. So now we want to hold the tail along with the band, so we work right over that. And we're going to take our hook and we're just going to pull on through as if we're just starting. That's it. Chain 1, chain 2. So we're going to do a half double crochet, so we're just going to do half double crochets all the way around. Now I can't tell you how many stitches you're going to need for your particular scrunchie style, because I don't know what size loop you're starting with. Half double crochet all the way around. Now you could connect there and build. This is the difference between this and this. This one is much more ruffly. This one is a bit flatter. If you would like them more ruffly, when you get to this point, you take this and you just pull and scrunch it down. And now you can sort of see how ruffly it's going to be. We're going to continue on with our half double crochets. So now we're nearing the end once again. And we push down again. You don't want to do too much. Well, it's up to you how much you want to do. It's up to you how roughly you want to make it. You could also do this with other kinds of yarn. I have very fine hair, so velvet works really well on my hair. We're now at the end, and I'm not going to push it down anymore. There's more room, I probably could, but we're at a good place and I don't want to overcrowd it. So we're just going to take our hook and we are going to connect it in and slip stitch. Now you can go right into the chains, you can go into the space. It's really not going to matter. So now we're going to chain up 2, and we're going to just go and do another round of half double crochet. This round we're going to do a pattern of 1 2 1 2. So I just did 2, now I'm going to do 1, now I'm going to do 2. And again, this yarn is so forgiving that if you put it in the wrong spot, it's not going to matter. If you miss an increase, it's not going to matter. That's what's wonderful about this velvet yarn. It hides a lot of stuff. This is probably a good way to start using velvet yarn, to get a taste of what it's like to try to use a velvet yarn. It's not a beginner yarn. So we're just going to keep doing 1 half double crochet and then 2 half double crochets. All right, so now we're here at the end and we're just going to put our last few stitches in. One more. And then we're going to find the top of this one. Now this one, you do want to find the actual chain ups, and you're going to pull through. We're going to snip. You do want to leave a longer tail on this. velvet yarn is really bad at pulling out. So you want to leave a nice long tail, and I'll show you how to sew that in. So once you've got your yarn threaded onto your needle, we're coming right out of here, so you want to make sure you don't go back into that spot. So I'm going to go right into this first stitch I'm near, and I'm just going to work my way down into the stitch. I put a finger on both sides so that I can feel that I'm in between the yarn. I'm not popping out of the yarn. I'm in between the yarn. And then I just go along inside this row of half double crochets that we've just created. And I pop out down here a little bit and pull it through. And now we're going to, so we came through from this way, we pulled out, now we're going to go back the same way. And I'm just going to go into this next, see where we're coming out here? I'm going to go next to it, go back under, fingers on both sides of the yarn so I can feel if it's popping out. And we're just going to work our way down into this bottom row of half double crochets that's going across. There we go. And we're just going to try to get into the middle of that row. There we are. So now my needle is down in here. And we're just pulling out here. I'm going to snip that. And then, because we are pulled a little tight, I left a little tail that will just disappear. And that is it. That's the end. That is how easy it is.